Yo, what's up? This is My Ticket Home, and you're watching Rock Forever Magazine.
Hey guys, it's Tori from Rock Forever Magazine, and I am here right now with the guys from My Ticket Home. How's it going today?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Beautiful weather.
Yeah.
So we're
I know.
Yeah.
Welcome to Florida, right? Like the rest of the country's freezing, and then you come here, it's summer.
Back home,
So
it's like negative.
No, it's 30. I
Something.
checked the weather. It's 30 degrees back home. So, and
So
it's
you tell all
what,
your
79
friends.
here? So, sorry, Mom and Dad.
rub it in everyone's
Yeah.
faces. You're in Florida, so can't complain.
Exactly.
Well, we are going to start with some finished sentence for you guys. You're good to go. Now, if you could cover one current pop song, it would be.
God, I have to think about this one.
How about we pass it down the line? Maybe everyone has different answers for this.
Honestly, I think my favorite pop song right now is the Katy Perry song, that Dark Horse song.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't know if I would cover it, but that's my favorite pop song right now. So, I mean, I guess that.
I really don't know. I don't listen to pop that much. But
I'm shocked to hear that, considering the music you play.
shit, I don't know. Can I come back to me? Come back to me.
Okay, we're coming back to you.
If Justin Timberlake still counts,
That's true.
I would definitely cover that.
Time, and I'll do
Yeah,
Jay-Z's part.
Yeah. I don't really like heavy covers of pop songs, but like that song "All That Matters" by Justin Bieber is a really good song.
Justin Bieber.
That song "All That Matters" is a really good song, dude.
Considering
Say what
everything
you
that's
will,
happening.
listen to that song, and it's a good song.
Okay, I'm coming back to you.
Suit and tie. I would do
Oh,
suit
okay,
and tie.
suit and
too.
tie.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good. And now your first concert you ever went to was.
Oh, let me get this. I have a great one. My first concert actually was both of our first concerts. Sick ass lineup. All right, check this out. It was Parkway Drive opened. Every Time I Die was next. Then Dillinger Escape Plan and Killswitch Engage headlined.
That is insane.
Yeah, it was like fucking sold out show at the LC, which is this sweet venue back home. So that was my first show.
I think my first show was this Christian festival, and the headliner was this band called Pillar.
Pillar?
So yeah. You know that.
I mean, yeah, I had the same one.
First concert I went to was a Green Day and My Chem concert. Yeah, and it was What Was Up.
Okay, some good answers today. I mean, last interview I heard Barney, so this is definitely an improvement. No? And now, let's see here. Your dream tour lineup would be?
Dead or alive?
Anybody.
Anybody?
How about each of you can add one? So then, yeah?
Helmet.
The Beatles.
Good luck with that.
Deftones.
I'm gonna say Snot.
Okay, cool.
All right, and now the craziest moment on tour happened when?
That's a tough question. It's too many.
I figured there would be a lot of choices.
Yeah.
We've been stranded in some weird ass places. We were stuck in Oregon for a while.
This tiny, shitty ass hotel for a week, and all we did was hang out in McDonald's. We knew the people that worked in McDonald's by the end of that.
By name.
Because our vehicle was broken down. We tried to get it fixed, didn't get fixed. Had to fix it again, still fucked up, and then drove home.
Yeah, that sucked.
That does sound.
I'm trying to think of crazy shit. Derek rap battled this homeless dude one time. That was cool. He took his coat off after the first verse and he set it down on a piece of poop that was in the street,
no.
and he didn't see that stuff. So there's a video of that actually. If you go on our YouTube channel and look at some of the old videos.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Shout
yeah.
out to Hot Sauce.
Shout out to Hot Sauce. 1, 2.
I need to find that video now.
It's on there.
And now, last finished sentence for you guys. If you could bring back any 90s show, it would be.
Uh,
What was that?
Rocket Power.
Oh, so good. And that's the first time I've heard that answer, too.
Rocket Power is the
That's like
shit.
crossover. We're talking like 98, 2002. So it's that pushes
Rocco's
it, but
Modern
it's there.
Life.
No, it counts.
Cool.
Oh, that's a good one,
Was
too.
Fresh Prince in the 90s? I think it was.
Yeah, that was.
Fresh Prince, yeah.
Had
Yeah,
to be.
Fresh Prince,
Their
yeah.
clothing in that show kind of gives them away.
Oh, it's-
That's
yeah,
so
yeah.
90s.
I wasn't sure if it bled over through 2000s, if that counted or not.
No, that definitely
Cool.
counts. And now, for anybody who doesn't know the band too well yet, what is the number one thing you want them to know about My Ticket Home?
Puke, rock, or die.
Yeah.
I think that pretty much sums it up. And isn't that your bio on Facebook? I'm pretty sure.
It's a lot
I'm
of
pretty sure I
things.
saw that.
Yeah.
What does that mean exactly?
It's just something we like made up when we wrote this last record because we didn't really know how people would classify it or whatever, and like we didn't want to get some shitty genre stuck with us. So we just like we started joking like, oh, it's the genre of music we play. Originally it was going to be a song name. It's like a spin on punk rock, but the idea is that you rock and you throw up. So we just started saying it as like a phrase, and then it just became our thing, and it's just fun to yell at shows and say whatever. So
Works.
Yeah,
It works.
exactly.
And now your album Strangers Only is out right now. And I'm not sucking up when I say this has been one of my favorite albums at the moment. I love it. What is the significance behind the album title, and how does it relate to the theme of the album?
Anybody? I've been talking a lot. Anybody want to take it?
You'll explain it.
The name, at first it was just something that sounded cool to us, but then when you really think about it, it's more, Strangers Only is more like, this is a completely new sound for us. It's a new vibe. We just want, not that we don't like our old fans, because of course we do, like anyone that's a fan of our band, but it's about branching out and just becoming a new band, spreading our wings.
Spreading your wings.
Yeah, it was like a flip on the phrase like locals only. You know what I mean? So like the flip is that like, you know, we're on tour all the time. We play for tons of new people. We hang out with new people. Like that's just kind of how our life is that you're just meeting new people constantly. And the record was for us like a real big kind of change, and so the record was for new fans. You know, that was kind of the point. We're like, what do you get out of being subtle, right? So
Right, exactly.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so I know you were mentioning you were trying some new things on this album. What in particular, what elements did you guys add to the album this time?
Really just kind of like the influences of what we wrote off of. Like we wrote live as a band a lot.
Different lineup, there's just different people, so different vibe.
We didn't want to play any of the same sort of shit.
We were a lot younger the first record. We had never toured before or anything like that, so it's just like we hadn't really. We had only, when we first wrote that CD, we had only like wrote songs, and then we were just like, oh well, shit, let's make an EP out of it. It wasn't a cohesive record. You know what I mean? That's how we're getting brain farted here. That's what I think Strangers Only brings to the table that the other record lacked.
I think so for sure.
Yeah, and I read in another interview you guys did recently that you're inspired by other artists that you like, not so much, you know, experiences you're going through.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, definitely. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I write the lyrics and such, and so, I mean, I'm rarely like, oh, I had such a shitty day, I'm gonna write a song about this, and I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how it works. Like, for me, I'll just be listening to music and be like, yo, this is the shit.
That's about
I want our stuff to be as cool as this, you know, that's kind of how, I just think of terms of in music. Like, I don't really think about stuff in life. Rarely, but I mean, you know,
It happens.
there's exceptions, of course.
Right. I mean, that's so interesting to hear because I feel like every band is talking about, you know, whatever they went through is when it's music, so it's different.
I mean, and our lyrics aren't like, they're not like linear, you know, it's not like A and then B happened and so now you end at C. Like, that's not like, it's just more of just kind of whatever fits the vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, lyrics are kind of an afterthought, I guess.
Right. I've noticed that your lyrics are pretty open to interpretation, which I appreciate.
Of course.
And so how do you incorporate these elements from these bands that you listen to into your music while still keeping your original sound, not trying to sound like a copy of someone else?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of feel like honestly, like a lot of the keeping the original sound is just kind of like how we write already. You know what I mean? But it's like, exactly. That's how we write. But then when it comes to like influences from other bands, like that's what we take from it. So it's kind of just the culmination of how we do things already, and you know what we want it to be also.
Everything has already been done. That's just a fact. So you could only take influences. You know what I mean? So it's hard to write something 100% literally original, but you know what I mean?
It's very true. And so what bands inspired you guys on this album in particular?
Deftones were a pretty big one.
Well, actually, we
Slipknot.
didn't really listen to that shit.
I mean, no, we
didn't
did.
born until like
We
the
did.
studio.
Yeah,
so like I
same.
can't really say.
Okay, hang on.
Limp
This
Bizkit.
is a jumble of answers right now. This is horrible. It was funny actually. After we finished the record, I kind of found more bands that were like the shit that we were into,
Right.
and like there was this whole kind of like world of bands that were really good that I didn't even know about. So I kind of have found more since writing the record. But at the time, I would say I was listening to a lot of Bizkit. Which everybody can say one. Yeah,
Slipknot, Snot, a lot of
Snot.
One of my
Sure.
favorite bands is Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, Rage was a big one.
Rage, Linkin Park too. I've loved Linkin Park since like middle school though. So System of a Down too. I don't know, just kind of drawing from all that stuff. Yeah, exactly.
And so what inspired the song You All Know Better Than Me? That song in particular I'm curious about.
That song came about. Me and Matt were sitting in my basement, like 4 a.m, as usual, and he just went da-do, 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 da-do. I was like, the fuck was that? That was kind of cool. So then the song just went around that, but I have no clue what was going on in his head when he wrote it.
Your head is your
Lyrics, bro? Well, it was interesting in the studio. It was like when we came in, we only had half the songs written vocally. I only had 4 songs written vocally. So there was like this crunch time of like, you got to sit down and you have like a few hours and you have to write a song, and like if you don't, there's gonna be consequences, you know what I'm saying? So I would basically just sit. Well, I mean, we're so lazy that like if we don't get in that situation, we'll never get anything done. So I was just kind of like in this, you know, revolving sort of cycle of every day just constantly listening to music, constantly listening to like stuff that I'm into, and just being like, you got to come up with some shit, you know. And so that song to me is just a little all over the place. Like we rewrote the chorus lyrics to that, I would say probably like 15 times. There's no real sort of like cool story I can give you. I mean, I was just sitting there trying to write something, so that's just how it happened. But I appreciate the interest.
I love those lyrics, though.
Yeah.
No, those
Thanks,
are
guys. Thank you.
Lyrics. I was reading a lot of the lyrics on the album to try and think like, okay, which songs do I want to know more about?
Yeah.
One.
Okay, that was the one. Okay, cool. I'm so sorry then. Yeah. No, I mean, I think that like when I say like lyrics are an afterthought, I don't mean as in like they don't matter, because obviously they do. You know what I mean? That just determines like what, you know, atmosphere you think of and where your brain goes, and you can determine style and character and influence, and the way it sits over a riff is, you know, that makes or break the song.
Right.
But I just
The literal words doesn't matter.
yeah,
Anything catchy doesn't matter.
yeah, it's like I don't know, just supposed to make people feel a certain way. That's how to put it. Is just to make you feel a certain way. Not literally what it would mean if you like read it out, kind of a thing.
Oh,
that's how I think of it. Yeah.
I got you. But I find that it's actually really interesting that you were sitting there kind of cramming thoughts, because I feel like artists normally don't do that. So
it sucks because whenever we're not like actively writing, we kind of just chill.
I mean, that's not a problem. Chilling is good.
It's not, but then when you get deadlines, you're like, shit, I wish I was more prepared. Yeah. So, yeah, but it's cool. We kind of excel under pressure.
Yeah. It makes it work. You know what I mean? We're all procrastinators, but when it's fucking deadline time, we can smash together and make it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly it worked, because you got an amazing album on your hands.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Worked out.
Thank you.
And I read in another interview as well that your first album you released, you hadn't done much touring yet. You hadn't done any tour.
Yeah. If you count, if you the full length, to Create a Cure, never been on a tour.
Right. And you're playing mostly local shows. And so since then, what have you learned through your experience on the road that has helped you grow as musicians?
I think
playing every fucking day.
Yeah.
I think
true.
playing with musicians that are way better than you, making you want to get better and just think about that kind of stuff.
Exactly. I think that like whenever people ask like, why did you change your sound or like whatever, and it's because we toured for 2 years, and it's like when you play the same stuff every night and you play some shows that are shitty and whatever, like if you don't love that half hour, 45 minutes that you get, like you're going to be miserable. And so it's like you better, you know, make sure you love and that you're doing something important with that time and with your music. Otherwise, you know, you're going to hate touring, you're going to hate your life, you know what I mean? So we wanted to make sure that we did something that we really cared about. You know, for all we knew, this could have been the last record we ever do, you know, with like...
No, don't say that!
No, not that that's going to be the case, but that's like, you know, you got to think like just with money, people are coming to that age where it's like you can't, you know, survive or whatever. Like some people need to get a job, or some people want to go to school, people quit, people aren't into it anymore. Like all that shit happens, you know what I mean? And it's like, if this is it, you know, if this is the last thing you get, make sure that you're happy with it. So that's what we wanted to do, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I hear a lot of artists say that the two things that keep them going on the road, fans and their live show. So I'm glad now you're enjoying your music every day.
Of course, now, see, and that was the biggest thing I was happy with the record, is like before it even came out, I felt like already like I already felt like we'd won. Like I was accomplished and I was happy just because like I'm proud of it, you know what I mean? So it's like I don't care if it sells well or if people like it or if the shows get any better, whatever. Like I already felt like fuck yeah, man, we did it. So that was a cool thing.
That's where it has to start. It has to start with us liking it.
Exactly.
It's like, we get it. There's a lot of fans that like that old record, but we're not a band that's gonna go fake it on stage. I can't do that shit. Like I gotta be into what I'm playing.
I am really happy to hear that you guys are gonna play what you like.
Yeah.
And so if you had to come up with a mission statement of just overall what it is you want to accomplish through your music, what would your mission statement be? Based on your faces, I think I just stumped you.
I've never thought, because I mean we're not like a band with a mission, though. That's kind of like counterintuitive for us. Okay, I won't say that. I'll try to think of I can think of a cool one.
Can we just play the Jeopardy music while we do?
I just love playing. I feel like everyone else can agree. It's just about playing the music, playing it live.
Yeah.
We always love music.
Yeah, we can find people that identify with it and like it.
Dude,
there's the mission statement right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing new to explain. Like, we're not reinventing the wheel. It's like everybody knows that feeling of when you fucking connect with a song and you love it, and you don't have to explain it. You don't have to say why. That's it. So it's just that feeling is the whole point. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your plans for right after this tour? You're on tour with the band in all ships right now. It's going good so far, I assume. So what's coming up after this that fans can look forward to?
We have a string of house shows, actually.
Playing festivals too.
Yeah, okay, house shows in between festivals.
Southeast Beast.
Southeast
the one
Beast,
festival.
what is it?
Mixtape.
Mixtape, which will be sick. But yeah, literally just a bunch of house shows in like the East Coast area. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yep. And then we got a couple gigs opening up for Kill Switch Engage.
Oh,
so that's pretty sick. May 1st and May 4th. And then some other shows with the band they're on tour with. So that'll be really cool. And then we're figuring out the summer, trying to put some cool stuff together. So we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, it's not decided yet, so I can't say. I blew that in another interview like a little bit ago, actually. Like not even to like I said some shit I wasn't supposed to, so I had to tell the guy to cut it out.
Okay. But we did actually, I got a lot of fan questions for you guys, and
really? Okay, cool.
multiple people asking about Warped Tour. So now that you mentioned summer plans, I feel like I really have to ask.
I wish.
Yeah, I can say
Maybe
we did not get Warped Tour this year, but we're like hoping to get it next year. We're in communication with Kevin Lyman, so
Oh, good.
hopefully that can happen because
I'd
we've been
love
trying
to
to
see
get
that
on Warped forever, dude. Like
Yeah.
that would be the shit. So unfortunately not this year. But
It's
hopefully
so
next
tough
year.
to get on Warped Tour because there's so many fucking bands, and literally sometimes he just doesn't even hear your band. He's just done like he's off doing his fucking thing, and he doesn't even know you exist.
It's tough.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
now he does. So
hopefully.
Not boo-hoo. Right?
Yeah.
It's just,
Tough luck, man. That's just how it happens. But yeah,
Always
I mean,
next summer.
we'll be touring no matter what, like whether it's shitty or not.
well, that's good to hear. Fans will get to see you play soon.
Yeah, of course, exactly.
And anyone who wants to follow you on Facebook, Twitter, find your social networks, find your music online, where can they go?
It's all My Ticket Home, no additives. Just search that. We have everything I think that there is to have, everything worth having. I think we have.
Okay.
Facebook, all that
Tumblr,
social stuff.
yeah, all that good stuff. Yeah.
That sounds good.
But the Tumblr is mytickethomeband.tumblr.com. That is the one. Because someone has mytickethome.tumblr.com. Some random jerk. I don't know.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It has been awesome talking to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody watching, make sure you check out My Ticket Home if you haven't already. Strangers Only on iTunes now. Subscribe for more interviews, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Later.